My hair is not with it today. Not with it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, if you can't tell by the title, we're going to be playing and testing out the new Sample Beauty X Beth Painter, the Painter's palette. Oh, look how gorgeous this palette is. The packaging, everything. So recently they came out with a palette together. If you don't know who Sample Beauty are, they're not a massive brand, but they're also not small either. They're known for like their palettes and their pigments. Mainly, I believe. They do have like some nail stuff out, that kind of thing. So they do like an array of things. They do brushes, and they collaborate with Beth Painter. If you don't know who Beth Painter is, she is a makeup artist. She does a lot of makeup for like Beauty Bay. She does her own makeup on, you know, like other people. She's a working makeup artist and she's really lovely. Last year she actually did my makeup for Beauty Bay when I was a part of their campaign, so I'll leave a little image here so you can see that. But yeah, she's so lovely. So she came out with the palette with Sample Beauty. This launched on the 10th of August, so it is available on Sample Beauty's website and also beautybay.com. Great place to shop. So yes, they came out with this palette, and how gorgeous is this packaging? So cute. I'm so happy for her. Congratulations, Beth. I don't think she's ever going to watch this, but yeah. When I saw this palette, I was like, this is a bit of me. This is a bit of me. And I know it's going to be good because Beth's makeup is amazing. So yeah, let's take a little sneak peek. I have already used this once, but I wanted to use it in a video, you know, like a second impressions, that kind of thing, just playing with the shadows again. So this is what she looks like. She is beautiful. Look at them shades. Look at them. So the other day I did do like a blue look, which I'll leave a little photo on the screen. And I really enjoyed it. I just played with it off camera, just, you know, had a little fun, just did makeup just randomly, and I actually really enjoyed using the shades. I only used Scamp, Mickey and Silver Lining for that look. So I just literally did a blue look. But today I'm going to play with a couple more of the shadows and I'm going to see how they perform. With them 3 shades I did use, they performed gorgeously. Is that even a word? Gorgeously? I don't know. You know what I mean. They performed really well and I was really happy with the outcome. So yeah, I thought today we'll just have a little play around again. I'll swatch a couple of shadows for you. This palette as well, guys, is £30. I think it's a really good price for the palette, because in this palette there are 30 shades, which I think is really good for £30, because that's basically like £1 per shade. But the formula, like so far I've just using them 3 shades, like they perform like a dream. So yeah, well, let's go ahead and swatch a couple of the shadows. I'm gonna swatch the whole palette because if you've seen any of my videos, any of my reviews, then you know that I don't base the swatches. I don't base my review from the swatches, I base it from how it performs on the eye. So yeah, let's swatch a couple of shadows. There's only 3 shimmers in here, by the way, guys, which is, I mean, it's okay. Gorgeousness. The matte swatch, really nice. This silver is insane. It is like, I don't know whether it's the same for the gold, but for the silver it's like a putty kind of shade. So it's like very like creamy. It almost doesn't feel like, it almost feels like it's wet. So, but it's really gorgeous. Let me swatch a couple others. These are terrible swatches, I'm sorry guys. But the swatches that they like, the mattes feel really nice. Obviously so do the shimmers. There is one more shimmer, let me swatch it. This shimmer isn't something that I would personally reach for, to be honest with you. That's the last shimmer. You can kind of see. It is gorgeous, but it's just, I don't know, there's not as much of like a punch in there than it is with the like the gold and the silver. So guys, I'm just going to quickly prime my lids and then we're going to get on into the tutorial because I literally cannot wait to try out this palette. So yeah, I'll be right back. With the shade Cadders, which is this like deep purpley like aubergine kind of shade. Need to find my brush. I'm sorry if you can see that I've got a blue lid. The shade that I used the other day was has literally just stained my eyelid. I'm just going to pop this shade down first, as what I usually do. This shade is gorgeous. Very pigmented, not much fallout. By the way, I'm sorry guys if I keep looking to the left, my display is there, so I keep wanting to make sure that I'm still in focus. This shade is so pretty, oh my god. I'm not taking it like all the way in, I'm just taking it like there. Does that make sense? Like not too far in. I'm going to take the shade Jojo, which is this like hot pink shade. I'm going to put that like just a little bit above it, not taking it up like too high, just like gently blending it above that purple shade. That is blending like a dream. I know it looks a bit patchy now, but when I've finished, I'm sure it'll be fine. You've just got to trust the process in these things. Again, it's not perfect right now, but it will be. I promise. I have no idea what I'm doing, like on the lid or anything. I'm kind of taking inspo from Make Me Up Mrs. look, which I'll show you now, like taking a little bit of inspo from this, because like I'm kind of following that a little bit because I just really like the look, and she used this palette for that look, so yeah. Cool, I'm kind of happy with that. I'm gonna take the tiniest little bit of pumpkin, which is like this orangey or red shade, like just a tiny bit. I just want to see how it goes with the pink. It's a bit crazy. It does. The orange in here too. Because on her photo, the orange is only on the outer part and on the inner part. So I'm going to take the shade Bonbon, which is this light pink shade, and I'm going to take that like on the middle part up here. Try and like blend that. And then I'm going to take the shade Gemini, which is this yellow. I'm going to blend it above that pumpkin shade I used on the end. So like, I don't know if this is going to work or not. And then just going back in with the pumpkin shade on like the inner corner again. And then taking the Gemini shade, the yellow shade above. And then going in back in with that Bonbon shade, which is that light pink, and taking that above there again. I don't hate this, I don't hate it. like it. It's kind of cute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with all the shades that I used and basically like re-intensify them all. This just helps with a more of a seamless blend. And also I feel like we lost a bit of that hot pink shade amidst all of this. Okay, so now that I've got this eye to how I am wanting it, I'm just going to go ahead and do this out of camera, and then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do for the lid. So yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, so I just did this lid off camera because I wasn't too sure what I was going to do, but I literally just put like a little bit of primer on this lid. I've not like cut my crease fully. I didn't really want it to be like a full cut crease. But I'm going to take the shade Martini, which is that lovely gold shade. It's like an antique gold shade. I'm just going to pack that on the lid just using like a flat brush. They do work really well, the shimmers, with the brushes. I used the silver the other day with a brush, and obviously now using the gold with a brush. So you can use them with either your finger or your brush. Either one will work like a dream. I'm just going to pack this on. These shades are blended like a dream. This whole palette is gorgeous, like I literally cannot. And then just gonna go back in the purple, that first purple shade that we used, Cadders, on the same brush. Just pick it up like a tiny bit, it doesn't have to be too much. And I'm just gonna like marry the two shades together, the shimmer and yeah. And then I'm also just gonna go just a teeny tiny bit around the outside of like where that shimmer is, just there. And then going in with that pumpkin shade, which is like this orangey shade. Sorry, this orangey shade. Because you can see that's like on that inner portion there. Take a tiny bit, just blending it there around the shimmer, so there's not like too much of a harsh line. I keep kicking the camera, I'm really sorry. And there we go, and then just packing some more of that shimmer shade back on, that Martini shade. So I'm just going to go ahead, do my lashes, the rest of my face off camera, and then we'll be back to do the lower lash line together, so I'll be right back. Okay, so I've literally just done the rest of my face off camera, my lashes, everything that I'm wearing I will link in the description box down below in case you're interested. So yeah, now it's time to do the lower lash line. I don't really know what to kind of do. I kind of want to keep it similar to like the top. I'm thinking of maybe bringing like the pink and the yellow underneath, so we're gonna do that. I think let's just do that. So I'm gonna take the shade Jojo, which is that bright pink shade. I think because it's kind of got lost a little bit on the eye, you can still see it but it's not as visible. I want to bring that underneath so it's more visible. This shade is gorgeous, so pretty. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that yellow shade, the Gemini shade, on the same brush I used before, which is, yeah, so this shade. Very bright, gorgeous. I'm going to put that just underneath the pink. I've got a bit of inner corner highlight on. I've used Doll Beauty highlighter just to brighten it up a little bit. And then just going to apply like a white pencil liner. This is the Morphe one in the shade Coconut. I'm just going to put that on my waterline. And then for mascara, I'm using the Sigma Sinuosity Lash Mascara. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not too sure. So guys, this is the finished look. What do you think? I am living for it. Living. I actually love it. I did use quite a few shades in this tutorial. Usually I only use like 3 or 4. I've literally used like 6 shades, which is pretty impressive because usually I use like 3 or 4 max. So yeah, what do I think about the palette? Honestly, I am living. Like I said, I already used the palette the other day for that blue look and I loved it. Like I said, the shades blend gorgeous. Even in this look today, they blended like a dream. Like honestly, purple is a really hard shade to kind of make and blend, and it's blended like phenomenally. Like I'm literally obsessed. I can't speak for every single shadow obviously because I haven't used the whole palette yet. So far the mattes blend amazingly, they perform amazingly. The shimmers, I've not had a problem with them. I've applied with them both. I've used both the Silver Lining and Martini with a brush and they've applied amazing. So I'm guessing even with a finger it'll be even more intense, but they do pack on fine with just a normal brush as well. I do have to say with the shimmers I thought they might crack. So far this one isn't doing too bad. It's maybe cracked like a tiny little bit, but I don't mind because this look is kind of, I don't mind that it's cracked a little bit because this look is not meant to be like perfect. I'm not meant to have like a full cut crease, it's just meant to be like a, well, like a messy cut crease, if that makes sense. When I applied Silver Lining the other day on top of an actual cut crease, it didn't crack or anything like that. So that is one of my main things when it comes to like shimmer shades, if they're gonna crack. If they're quite soft in texture, sometimes they do tend to crack on the lid, but so far I've not had a problem with the Silver Lining. I wore that like all day. So far not really having much of a problem with Martini. Maybe a tiny bit of creasing, but that's about it. I haven't used any of like these colours yet. I really want to use these brown shades because they are stunning. But yeah, I'm literally obsessed with this palette so far. Would I recommend it? Highly recommend it. I think it's a really nice palette. I think it'd be great for working makeup artists because there is quite a few shades in here. For instance, you've got basically a rainbow of shades. You've got a lot of browns up here as well. Like you've got these lovely warm tone browns, you've got a black, you've got a white, you've got some neutral brown shades. I think this took a while for these two to make because she didn't want them to be too cool toned and she didn't want them to be too warm toned. She wanted them to be neutral, so that'd be really great. You've got reds, pinks, burgundies, aubergines, purples. You've got like a navy blue shade up here, bright blue. You know, you've got a grey even. Like you've got a lot in this palette to work with, and if you're a working makeup artist, this would be great for you. And it's also really small and compact as well. This does come in a sleeve, so it doesn't come in a box, but it comes in a sleeve. But I didn't keep my sleeve because it basically has the same, on the sleeve it basically has the same thing as it does on the back here. So, and you know, if you know me, then you know that I don't keep any kind of packaging at all. So yeah, I'm really impressed with this palette so far, you guys. I will keep playing with it. If you want me to do another look using it, just let me know because I'm up for it. I really want to use like these greeny shades here because these are gorgeous. This shade Tinkerbell is so pretty. So yeah, I really want to use this some more and play around with it. But so far I'm impressed and I do highly recommend it. And yeah, let me know if you've picked it up, guys. Let me know if you're gonna pick it up. Like I said, it is gorgeous and I am so far impressed. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. If you did, please remember to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that little notification bell so you're notified every single time that I upload. I might be uploading a little bit more recently as I'm currently off work due to depression, anxiety. So yeah, I will of course be leaving my social media handle up above and also in the description box down below, so you can go and check me out there if you want to. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!